Hi, it's Taylor T. Carlson. I'm back with another video for you. We're continuing our coverage of Marvel's Star Wars comics, which 2020 is already off to an impressive start. We got issue 1 in the rebooted main Star Wars series, and now we've got issue 2. The previous issue, of course, left off with our heroes returning to the Rebel fleet following the events of Empire Strikes Back at their rendezvous point. At this point, Luke Skywalker is a broken man. He's lost his arm. He's found out Darth Vader's his father. He suffered a defeat, and Yoda and Obi-Wan won't communicate with him. He's definitely at an all-time low point. And Lando Calrissian isn't exactly well trusted by his newfound Rebel friends yet, if you could even call them friends, because he tried to sell them out in an effort to save what he had on Cloud City, which of course he ended up losing and had to flee. At this point, we continue the story. Luke's still brooding over everything that had happened before. Lando and Chewie take the Millennium Falcon to Tatooine to try to figure out where Han Solo is going to end up so that they can rescue him. Han, of course, having been taken away by Boba Fett at the end of Empire Strikes Back. When Lando arrives outside of Tatooine, he's under attack by Imperials who, of course, recognize the Millennium Falcon, and from there on out, the Imperials are destroyed by a group of smugglers who try to capture the Millennium Falcon, believing it's Han Solo, who, of course, has a huge price on his head set by Jabba the Hutt. Lando manages to smooth talk his way out of things in typical classic Lando Calrissian fashion, and he visits Jabba's palace, and of course Jabba is Jabba, and he's not too crazy about the whole thing. He's about ready to feed Lando to the Rancor, but then of course Lando mentions he's with the Rebellion and says he could potentially have good info for him. And he's able to try to get the jump on Boba Fett, give the information to Jabba. He returns to the Rebel fleet and announces that, much to Leia's dismay, he wants to try to return to Cloud City. And additionally, Luke wants to go along for the trip as well because that's where his trusty lightsaber was left behind. And at the end of this issue, we get a crazy teaser for Volume 3 that's got me very anticipating. And that, of course, is a mysterious hooded figure who now has their hands on Luke's lightsaber. So how is this issue? Marvel is off to a strong start with this rebooted issue. I admit the older Star Wars comic that launched in 2015, there were a few arcs that tended to be hit and miss, but this time around, they're off to a great start. This one-year period that's set between Empire and Jedi has never really been explored in the current canon all that much. The old expanded universe had a multimedia project called Shadows of the Empire, probably best remembered for its Nintendo 64 video game. It'll be interesting to see if anything from that multimedia project, including characters like Prince Shizor and Dash Rendar, appear in this version of the series. The team on this issue just absolutely nails the classic Star Wars characters. Seeing Lando smooth talk his way out of a jam, of course, was one of my favorite moments, but it's at the end of the issue when we see this teaser of the mysterious hooded figure that I've really gotten hooked for issue 3. I don't know what's coming. I'm not sure anyone does. Who is this mysterious hooded figure? Do you think it's somebody we've seen before in other Star Wars media? Either way, very impressed with the issue. We've got more great Star Wars comics on the way, including the continuation of this comic, as well as Darth Vader #1, which is the third solo Darth Vader comic. And we've also got a Bounty Hunters series, which, given that's probably going to involve Boba Fett, it wouldn't surprise me if there were a few crossovers with the main Star Wars comic as well, possibly with Boba Fett bringing Han Solo to Jabba's palace. Have you read Star Wars #2 yet? What did you think about it? Who do you think that mysterious hooded figure is? Please post in the comments section below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video as well. I'm Taylor T. Carlson, and I'll see you in my next review.